Walking the West Highland Way, a solo adventure, popping my tent up wherever and whenever I felt, letting my intuition guide me, passing Monroe's and the shores of Loch Lomond as I went. I began my journey in Glasgow. I caught the train from Glasgow to Milngavie, the start of the West Highland Way, finishing at Fort William. 96 miles of challenging but beautiful terrain. I hadn't planned checkpoints or where to camp. I just went with the flow. Hello! It's officially day one. I've just got into the start of the West Highland Way and just walking through a woodland, which is really peaceful with all the leaves rustling. So this particular trail, it's a little bit different because, well, for me, I mean, obviously the West Highland Way is really well known, but I'm planning on just taking each day as it comes, and I'm not like aiming for any checkpoints. I started today, my first day, at around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so I don't know how far I'm going to get or what to expect. Yeah, I think I've got that I feel like I've got that little bit of nervous apprehension of what I got myself into, but I'm excited. And I've got lots of new gear, which is like much lighter than I had before, and some new shoes, so I think it's going to be lots of fun. I've got to say that I am a little bit out of shape, but it feels that way anyway. This is way more intense than I remember. I've only been walking for about an hour. I think I need to acclimatise to my bag and just this weather as well, because it rains for one moment and then it's sunny the next. It's quite humid. Not really sure what to make of it yet. But yeah, I'm really happy to be here and doing this. I think it's about just under 100 miles. But yeah, I do feel a little bit out of practice in terms of like I'm having to, I think I've taken my waterproofs on and off 3 times already, rearranged my bag. It's fair to say that I am really dawdling and taking my time today, which isn't like me, but I just feel like it. I don't really want to rush this at all. I mean, look how beautiful that is. Yeah, just getting into my stride of things now, sort of getting used to my bag, taking off some layers. It's actually quite warm, which is nice. Just getting into my stride, I guess. There's not anyone else around at the moment. There doesn't seem to be anybody else around now. I am taking my time, my sweet time, honestly. People are passing me. Usually I'm passing people, so. Oh my goodness, it's so windy. The only thing that's bothering me at the moment is my hay fever. Other than that, I'm fine. I'm fine, actually. I'm feeling much better. I guess I've been walking for about 3 hours on the first day. I'm going to be honest, there was that initial, oh god, this is really difficult. I totally forgot how hard it is to have a backpack and just being organised and organising the bag in a certain way. But yeah, I'm gonna check. I really haven't planned this at all, to be honest. I literally looked at the start and then the finish. And I was just gonna wing it. But something I've been wanting to do for ages. So you know when you've been thinking of doing something and then when it comes to it, it's quite overwhelming. So I'm just trying to put one foot in front of the other and deal with this crazy wind as well. Feeling quite exposed. No one around. I'm not sure where I'm going to camp, so I'm going to check the map and look up checkpoints and things. Hello. So it's about 5 o'clock now. I heard that a good place to camp is in Drymen, so I think I'm going to make it there. Maybe it's 3 miles to go. I just want to wild camp somewhere. I'm not going to... There is a campsite nearby, but I don't really want to do that. I just want to wild camp. But I do need to get some more water. And yeah, I'm feeling really good. Feeling so good about everything. The weather's shining, the sun's shining, and yeah, I feel like I'm getting into my stride a little bit, but it's still quite hard. Much harder than I remember. The great thing about the West Highland Way are the honesty boxes. I just picked up this ice cream. I made it to Drymen and decided to set up camp for the night after a very shattering first day. I was very pleased to go to sleep and rest under the stars. Hello on day 2. It's extremely windy, and yeah, I'm finding this a lot harder than I thought I would. I hope you can hear me over the wind. I think like the first day, it's just a bit of a shock to my body. I didn't realise how. I was thinking, yeah, this is going to be a piece of cake. I walk, you know, hundreds of miles before, it's totally fine. After having a few months not doing a long trail, it's just my body, it hurts, my shoulders. Oh my goodness. But I remember once you start, it's okay. Once you begin walking, then you get into a rhythm. So it's so windy as well. It's beautiful countryside. So last night I stayed in Drymen, and I did end up just staying at a campsite because I just passed it and I thought, well, first day, why not? And I'm glad I did. But yeah, today looking to go around over 20 miles, so gonna just play it by ear a little bit. Hello. Oh, you're cute. Bye. I'm not sure if you can see that, but it's a rainbow. I always seem to get rainbows whenever I come on trails. I think it's the universe saying hello. So today I'm going to be going over Conic Hill and also through Loch Lomond, because there's parts of Loch Lomond you aren't allowed to camp on because it's protected, so I'm aiming to get past that. It just means that my day is quite long, but it's a truck, but yeah, I'm gonna give it my best shot. And just hopefully find a wild camping spot after that. So it's been quite a nice second day so far. I think the morning's been really pleasant and it's not as windy now. I'm going to be coming up to Conic Hill very soon, just passing through the forest that you walk through beforehand. It is true, once you get into a rhythm it does get much easier, but woo. You think you're in shape, but actually when you put a big bag on your back and you walk a long distance every day, the first couple of days you're acclimatizing. It's pretty intense. It's incredibly peaceful though now, no one else around. Going to continue walking through the forest over Conic Hill into Balmaha, and then from Balmaha through Loch Lomond, which is the bit you can't camp in unless you have a permit, which I don't have and I haven't booked. So yeah, maybe I'll get a cup of tea in Balmaha. So we are here, and this is Balmaha. We can't camp between here and all the way up. So just coming up to Conic Hill now. Right in the distance there, you can see all the hikers going up. Oh wow, this place is stunning. It's been a really nice day. Sorry about the wind. It's been a really nice day so far. Definitely not going as fast as I used to. I guess I'm only on the second day, so I'm still getting used to the bag and getting into the rhythm of it and stuff. I'm just coming into going over Conic Hill now. So it's about 3.5 miles to Balmaha. And then I think I'm going to have some food and then walk through Loch Lomond, and then hopefully wild camp for the night. Honestly, it feels like I've been climbing this hill for ages. This is way harder than I thought it was gonna be. Nearly at the top of Conic Hill. You can do it. I made it to the top. It's really windy. I'm shattered. Hello, I am just making my way around the loch now after I sit down in a cafe. Conic Hill is really intense. It's about 3 o'clock and we can't camp along this whole stretch, so probably going to be walking for the next 5 hours. There's so many midges around here, it's crazy. Yeah, I'm just trying to like get past this no camping zone as quickly as possible. It stays light really late, so I'm not worried about that. Probably got at least 15 miles to go. Whew. Just walking over one of the many beaches of the Loch. So beautiful. Oh, I love being near water. It's incredibly calming. Just been walking through this woodland. I'm still in the no camping zone at the moment, so just trying to get us in as much mileage as possible to get to the other side, and then hopefully I'll be able to just pitch up somewhere and have some dinner. But feeling good actually. Finally feel like I'm getting into a bit of a rhythm mentally as well. I'm just at the start I was sort of thinking, oh, this would be a nice stroll, this whole trail. And I've kind of accepted that actually it is going to be quite difficult in some places. So yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm excited to get to the end of this no camping zone. I was initially in quite a lot of pain with my bag and my feet, but yeah, now it seems to be at the end of coming to the end of the second day. I wouldn't even say I'm near the end yet, but finally feel like it's okay-ish. I'm really enjoying this part of the walk actually. It's not too steep and it's relatively flat and it's nice and cool from the shade. I love hearing the trees. This weather is so strange. 1 minute it's sunny, I'm wearing like a top, and then the next I've got my rain jacket on. At least I'm walking past these purple flowers. So the heavens are opened and luckily I'm covered by these trees. I spoke too soon. No longer covered by trees. Just got like this path ahead of me. Wow. Gonna be pretty drenched later. Wow, look at this place. So I'm about halfway through to the end of the no camping zone. This is amazing, no one's here. If it wasn't so late, I maybe would go for a swim, but I want to get to the end of this no camping zone. So on we go! Of course, if you are liking these videos, feel free to leave me a comment, as I do try to reply. And actually, I really like reading your comments. And if you want, feel like to subscribe and like the video as well. So I'm about 1.5 miles away from the no camping zone. Found this cute little spot to chill for a second. It's about 6 o'clock, so we better get a move on. So it's just after 6 o'clock and about 1.5 miles away from the no camping zone, the end of the no camping zone. So it's going to be a bit of a late finish. Hoping I'll get there by 7. And then find somewhere to pitch. So I literally haven't seen anyone for ages. I'm just going up a hill at the moment. So I'm gonna be maybe hopefully in half an hour getting past the no camping zone. So it should be around just after 7 o'clock in the evening. And yeah, I really enjoyed actually walking through Lochleven and around it, I mean, through the forests. It's been great. Hardly been anyone around. It's been a really intense day, but I feel like I'm acclimatized to my bag a bit. So hopefully not too far until I pass through the no camping. Dun 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 dun. I made it. You are now leaving the camping management zone. Oh, amazing. So that means I can find somewhere to pitch. Oh, a relief. It's been a seriously long day. I think it might be just before 7 actually. Amazing. Still lots of daylight. Woo! So happy. So I've gone and found a nice little spot, hidden away a little bit, and down here is the loch. There's no one else here at the moment. It's quite late, it's like 7 o'clock, so I don't think anyone else is going to come. This place, I mean, I've got the beach to myself. I'm gonna put my tent up and then come back and probably put my feet in the water. This is my dinner spot for the evening. Pretty amazing views. No one else is here. The night was silent and I slept well, waking to cool, fresh air and the sweet smell of dew on the earth, damp from rain through the evening. I felt rested, so set off early in the sunlight. Wow. That waterfall. Good morning. Been walking for an hour through the forest. I think it's probably about 9 o'clock. It's quite intense, like really rocky terrain and slippery. But yeah, it's all good. Hello. Oh, still walking through quite a long stretch of forest. I think until I get to the next town, that's what I'm going to be walking through. I haven't got much water, but I've just popped like a hydro tablet in it. I should be fine. Getting there. I'm really looking forward to getting a cup of tea. Just seen a couple of people, but other than that, the trail is really, really empty, and it's just so peaceful. I had a great night's sleep in my little wild camping spot. This is the house over there. It did rain last night, but that's fine. Still a little bit of damp, but also kind of humid as well. So yeah, just gonna make my way onwards and enjoy the peace and scenery. I'm really enjoying today. Just as the time goes on, you know, it just gets easier. It totally does. First day was an absolute killer. Like everything burned, like my feet, my shoulders. But now it's all coming back to me. Like doing the other long trails that I've done, and once you get back into a rhythm, it's just so great. And there's something about waking up early and going for a puddle. Something about waking up early and then just doing a lot of exercise. I mean, yoga and meditation is part of my daily practice, but obviously I don't walk 20 miles in a typical day. Yeah, it's lovely. So the next town I think is Inverarnan. Hopefully I'll get some water there.
A jsme tam v 11:05. No, tak Hanko, musíme být. Já to teda jako brzdí čas na...
So I just had a nice stop at a hotel, Inverarnan Hotel, I think it is. And now on my way to the next maybe 10 miles. The landscape through this forest is just very rugged and up and down. Hello, I'm still on my way, obviously. Just walking through these fern fields. All around me are lots of hills, very lush and green. Probably still got about 8 miles. Just taking my time, it's not raining. Really peaceful, this part. I don't usually listen to music like when I'm trail hiking, but I just felt like doing it because this part really reminds me of sort of, it's very rugged, like the southwest coast path, so it's quite challenging, and I just want to get through it a bit. But I've just come into this amazing opening. I mean, it's amazing. I've never seen anything like it before. I think it's a good sign of things to come. It's 2:30 and I'm having a nice little pit stop next to the Loch. There's no one else here. Whew. It's seriously intense, very rugged landscape. Taking me a little bit longer than I thought. Yeah, gonna sit down and have some food. Okay, so all that hard work was totally worth it. Just coming up to this amazing view. Yes. Very happy. Honestly, that last section was crazy. So many boulders and scrambling. I'm so happy that we made it. I've just come up into this clearing and it's just stunning. So many different shades of lush green. It's really difficult to put into words. And there's no one else here either, which means I have it all to myself. But there is like an abandoned house just there, so I'm just gonna have a little look. Okay, so it's like a fence in front of it. It's eerily pretty. My feet are starting to hurt quite a bit. It's about 4:30. I'm nearly at the next town. Oh, yeah, I think I must have walked over 20 miles today, which was enough. And the terrain was seriously very tricky. Like lots of boulders that are slippery. I'll be relieved when I can just pitch up. I might stay at a campsite tonight because I could do with a shower. I'm gonna see. By far my favourite campsite. Good vibes from everyone here, and the surrounding hills gave a feeling of spacious openness. It was warm until 9 p.m, so I snoozed in the evening sun. The morning sunlight was ideal for an early start too. Good morning. Had an amazing sleep. so glad I decided to stay at a campsite last night. It was the best campsite I've stayed in actually. Just the vibes were really good. Everyone was in a good mood, and like where the pictures were, really open space, and like you had sort of like a huge hill, like all like hills all around you, and it was really warm and sunny in the evening as well. So when I got there about 5, it was just sunny until, you know, 8 or 9 here. Like I've noticed, obviously in Scotland it stays lighter later. So it was great. And then for breakfast it was amazing. I just had to buy one thing, and then you just get to eat as much as you like. So I'm really full. And it's blue skies again. Not much going on around me, obviously. Yeah, so hopefully gonna do another 20 miles today. Haven't, you know, booked anything again. Maybe I will come, maybe I won't. One thing I did notice though, which I think because I camped near the Loch the other day, I think a mouse has eaten through my tent, like the mesh bit, not the outer bit, but like the mesh, and then they've eaten it into my bag, the mesh of my bag, and they've eaten, because I had some food in it. Rookie mistake. Anyway, it's fixable. I can sew it when I get back after the trail. But yeah, wasn't expecting that. I think it's good possibly to have like a needle and thread as a backup just in case, which I didn't have with me this time. Maybe next time I'll be more prepared. But yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be blue skies mostly today. Just the birds singing. And should rain around 3 o'clock apparently, but that's much later in the day. So I'm expecting to see some amazing views today. Some of the best views I think of the trail, and tomorrow as well. So I've only got 40 miles left, so 20 today, 20 tomorrow, if all goes well. So here's a little map. We are in Bindglass Woods, and I think I said that right. This is where we stayed last night, and going up into Glenfalloch, I think that's right. I don't know what I was expecting on this trail, but by far it's surpassing all my expectations. I'm really excited to see all the views today. Passing lots of brooks and streams, which is lovely. Very cool in the shade as well because it's quite hot today. It's a surprise. Glenfalloch. I'm just passing through Glenfalloch now. It's kind of hot as well. It's just lush green everywhere, and some sheep for company. Just walking through a bit of a forest now on my way to Tindrum. I think I've walked about 8-10 miles today already. Maybe. It's about just after 10:30. So not sure how long it would take me to get to Tindrum. Maybe a couple of hours. At least I'm shaded by this lovely woodland. there is something about walking and just completing that every day, which takes away a lot of the hassle of everyday life. So it's about 3 o'clock, and I think I must have walked maybe 18 miles, I'm not sure, but I figured, I'm in Tindrum now. I might go on, I'm going to go on some more, but I have to go, the route is through the military park, so I'm not sure if there's going to be anywhere to camp. I have to find out. I was thinking of pitching here next to the stream and the bridge, but it's 4 o'clock and I think I'm going to push on. Still walking on the military road. I've been walking on this road for like 2 hours and the heavens have opened. It's raining and sunny. I'm expecting a rainbow. So I made it to my wild camping spot for the evening. I'm underneath a tree and I'm next to this amazing water. I slept heavily next to the sounds of the roaring river all night, feeling safe and warm in my tent. In the morning, I set off to low clouds hugging the landscape and local cottages. This is one of the reasons I love trail hiking, as you learn to be flexible with whatever weather or situation comes your way. Good morning. Slept really well. Oh my god, yesterday was a really big day. I don't know how much I walked. I think it was like over 20, I don't know. But yeah, slept really well next to like the river, and it rained a bit last night, so the ground's a bit soggy now. But for today, I'm just walking up a hill, by the way. Today, passing through Glencoe and maybe making it to Fort William, or stopping maybe halfway. I don't know, 3/4 of the way. Depends what time it is, if I want to get the train to Glasgow. I just popped into the shop and I was told I just passed 100 kilometres, which I had no idea, to be honest. No wonder yesterday I was so shattered. I must have walked very far, but yeah, so that means I think I've got about 15 miles left. Piece cake, absolutely piece cake. I think I mentioned this before, but really when I started this, I only looked at the start and then I looked at the finish. I didn't plan anything else, and it's worked out really well. I highly recommend doing this trail. It is stunning, really, it really is, and it's really well catered for as well, because obviously it's really well known. I'm just walking through Glencoe now, surrounded by mumrose. I'm walking on this concrete, stony path for some time and it really hurts my feet. Just had an amazing pit stop at King's House Hotel, which is great. Got to charge some bits because I've got no battery on my phone, well, tiny bit. You really do feel like you're in the middle of nowhere. So I've looked up how far Fort William is from here, and I think it's about well, I don't know, actually a few miles. So if I want to get the train to Glasgow, my train's just after 5:30. It's 2:30 now. So I've got about 3 hours. I'm gonna see how I go. Maybe play it by ear, but yeah. Thank you so much for watching the video this far and joining me in this crazy. It's really hard to put into words, to be honest. It just makes you realise like some of the things you think are important are really not. What I'm trying to say is it puts your life into perspective, and I'm just walking up a hill right now, just so I'm a bit out of breath. Yeah, so if you feel like supporting, feel free to leave me a comment or subscribe. Another reason why I like or enjoy doing these kind of hikes or long distance trails is basically just to push yourself out of your comfort zone. And that sort of ties over into your everyday life in terms of what you can deal with a bit better. And of course just actually give you some space as well. Just realised I've got to go over this. I can see people looking up towards it. I'm not too far from the top now. From this is Devil's Staircase. That's the name of it anyway. It's just a hill really. There's over there's a tiny cottage. Kind of reminds me a little bit of The Hobbit. Really silent. I made it to the top. Oh man, I hope I never have to do that again. Amazing views. It started to rain heavily, the most rain I'd experienced on the trail, so I luckily got a camping spot in Kinlochleven at the end of the day. I slept next to the river again, which was bliss. I woke to misty clouds and a lot of rain, but I felt in good spirits as it was my final day. Last day on the trail, day 6, and it's raining. One thing I enjoyed about not planning checkpoints on this trail was being spontaneous and flexible. It teaches you to accept what is, what weather or terrain you experience in the moment. I began my last day not knowing I had a huge hill to climb, but I did it nonetheless. And that's the point. It's better not to worry and just to accept what is. Also, when I got to the top of the challenging hill, I got a huge cheer from people, which made me smile. I made it to the top. That was seriously intense. It's about 10 o'clock on my way to Fort William. Currently walking along the old military road on the way to Fort William. It has been a very challenging morning going up the first hill. Yeah, this stretch should be relatively okay, apart from it's very slippery and rocky because it's raining. But I'm really glad I did this overall. Definitely recommend to people wanting a challenge. You can see the sun poking through the rain clouds. We've still got quite a way to go yet, a few miles right in the distance. I'm still walking along this military road. So I've seen this abandoned house online before. It's just empty. And there in the distance is my first glimpse of Ben Nevis, which means I'm very close to the end. The trail across the last part of the military road was quiet, with Munros keeping me company for hours. My feet were in quite a lot of pain, but I pushed to the end. I finally passed the old West Highland Way finish line and then the new finish line in Fort William town. Had a cool glass of water in a cafe, sat down and didn't get up for an hour. Thanks so much for watching.